Thank you, Madam Speaker. And it really is the whole issue around Bill C-18 is almost unbelievable, Madam Speaker. And to invoke closure and shut down debate, first of all, farmers thought they had the right to a plebiscite under Section 47(1), and the government denied them that right by bringing in new legislation that basically destroyed that right to a vote. Then they basically prevented farmers from having a voice by putting closure on the hearings and actually limiting debate on the legislative committee to 5 minutes per clause. And so that goes against everything, Madam Speaker, that we believe in a democracy. People should be able to speak. There should be hearings in Western Canada on this bill so farmers can have voice. In fact, we have a minister, Madam Speaker, that I maintain has violated his oath of office in terms of how he's approached this particular bill. There's lots of issues here. There's producer cars. There's short line rails that the minister has not offered any answers on. How is the grain car allocation going to work to get grain into the ships on time without the wheat board? None of those questions have been answered, and this closure motion denies the right to have those issues debated in this House where they should be debated.
Honourable Minister of Agriculture and for the Canadian Wheat Board.
Well, of course, what the member from Malpeque has always done well, Madam Speaker, is seed dissent, and he was very good at that when he was leading the NFU, and nothing really has changed. On some of the issues that he talks about, of course, democracy, the basic tenet of democracy is having your say, not necessarily always having your way. And certainly everybody's had their say on this for decades, Madam Speaker. I haven't heard anything new in this debate in the last 10 days, 10 weeks, 10 years. Absolutely nothing, Madam Speaker. When he talks about producer cars, of course, he should know, and farmers out there understand, that these are guaranteed under the Canadian Grain Act. They're administered by the Canadian Grain Commission. That's not going to change. If farmers decide they want to use a producer car, they phone up the same number they always did, and they fill it with their own product, and they ship it to port. Mission Terminals, who has facilities on both Thunder Bay and Vancouver, are now buying close to 50% of the producer cars. They're using producer cars as their bricks and mortar on the prairies. When it comes to short-line rail, we've had one of our short-line rails in central Saskatchewan actually triple in size, Madam Speaker, saying there's huge potential for them to actually do more. So I wish when it comes to grain logistics, the same folks that load canola and ship it through the system will now be able to do that exact same thing with their wheat, durum, and barley. They know how to do it, Madam Speaker. They don't need advice from the member from Prince Edward Island.
Questions and comments.